This lesson is on equations and inequalities. First, let's look at these three terms on the left. An expression is a set of terms and operations. In this case, the terms would be 3x and 14, and the operation would be addition. An equation is basically if there's an equal sign present, and on either side of the equal sign they could be expressions or terms, then we would call this an equation. Same thing goes for inequalities, except instead of an equal sign, you're going to have an inequality symbol. So let's look at this example over here. The instructions say identify which ones are expressions, equations, and inequalities. So you can quickly tell that if they have an equal sign, it's an equation. I believe these first two are both equations. If there's an inequality symbol, it's an inequality. If there's nothing, if there's no equal sign or inequality symbol, it is referred to as an expression. And finally, this last one is an inequality. So this is how we identify what we're looking at. Let's look at this example. It says check whether the given number is a solution of the equation. So when they say given number, it's referring to this number after the semicolon. So the question is asking, if I put this number in for x, will this equation be a true statement? So let's find out. So 3x means 3 times x. So in this case, we'll do 3 times 2. Now notice that I don't put the equal sign here because I don't know if they're equal yet. So 3 times 2 is 6. Bring down this 7. 6 plus 1 is 7. Bring this down. And in fact, 7 does equal 7. So the answer to this question would be yes. Over here, I'm going to use the given number, which is 4. I'm going to plug it in for x. Now on the other side of the equal sign, I have a 10 plus 1. So I'll calculate what's on the left first. So 4 times 4 is 16. 16 minus 2 is 14. Over here, 10 plus 1 is 11. I'm going to bring it down. And 14 does not equal 11. So for this one, the answer would be no. Now let's look at inequalities. There are 4 symbols in inequalities. There is a less than, the greater than. The ones with the bar refer to less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. So just think of the bars underneath as equal signs. Now I've found that many people have trouble remembering which one of these symbols is less than and which one is greater than. The way that I like to remember is like this. The less than symbol looks like the letter L, so it helps me remember that this is the less than symbol, which means that the other one must be the greater than symbol. So let's look at these examples over here. I'm doing the same thing as I did before, but instead of checking with an equal sign, I will be checking with an inequality symbol. So the first one, I'm going to plug in the 2, and you'll notice that this one is similar to the one above. I'm going to bring down this symbol and ask the question, is 7 less than 7? And the answer is obviously no. Over here, I'm going to plug in this 4. This one's a little bit different from the one worked on earlier. bring this 10 down. I will bring this symbol down here. This is asking, is 14 greater than 10? And 14 is bigger than 10, so the answer would be yes. Let's look at these. I'm going to plug in this 3 in for x. Put the 7 over here. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. We'll bring down this symbol. This says 10 is greater than or equal to 7. And since 10 is bigger than 7, the answer would be yes. Finally, I'll plug in this 3 for x over here. 12 minus 2. Bring down the 10. 12 minus 2 is 10. Finally, I'm going to bring this symbol down here. Is 10 less than 10? No, it is not. So that is the answer.